Fam, L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. I decided to do this real quick, before the games come on. While some of y'all cooking or not cooking, and I thought about it. I was listening to Edward Anderson talk go live, listening to a bunch of other brothers, and part of the red pill thing, and part of helping brothers, right, and helping people in general. How about we help each other get through the holiday blues? I don't really have them, but I know about them well enough because I've had them before. So the first thing you got to do, right? The first thing you got to do about these holidays is, you know, if you can do this before the holidays start, make it fun for you. You know, maybe if you have somewhere to go, go. If you don't have somewhere to go, make it a holiday for yourself. Whether are you gonna rest, are you gonna chill out, make it good for you. Don't be so upset about what you don't have, and be thankful about what you do have. This is Thanksgiving today that I'm making this video. So be thankful that you have your life. Be thankful that you have the opportunity to make your days better. Be thankful that, if you don't want to cook, you ain't got to cook, you know. If you don't have this big spread set up, be thankful you ain't got to spend $300, $400, two, three, four, $500 buying food that you're gonna throw away in 2 days, and it's a waste of money sometimes. Do that, but don't have that blues. Don't buy humbug everything. You feel me? Like, you don't have to buy humbug everything. Have a little good time. Um, if you're going to cook, sometimes the grocery stores are open on Thanksgiving Day, but this is for Christmas too. Why don't you get a little time to figure out something that you would want to do or make for your own holiday, right? Make the holidays about you. Whether if you're a big family or you're a little family, make the holidays about you. And what I mean is, if it's just you, make it your best holiday. And if it's you and the family, do something for somebody else that will really make your day. Like, do something that you be like, man, I wish I had somebody to do this for me, man. This was dope. I know this is putting a smile on your face. Like, you don't have to do all these big, elaborate things. Usually it's just the little things that count. So, you don't end up not by humbugging your way into things. I mean, some of my best experiences, honestly, were like little gifts, like to my goddaughters or my godsons and stuff like that. Like, you know, little gifts to my son or kids that when they go, oh, that's the joint. It's like, yeah, I know you would like that. That little part that they'll give you a hug, or you'll bring around a dish that they really, really like. You know, I bring the slutty brownies. So for all you, if you don't, if y'all got time and y'all gonna go around family, you want to bring something and have fun with the family and the kids. Get some slutty brownies. All you got to do is get cookie dough. Usually chocolate chip. I do the chocolate chip and pecan, or the chocolate chip pecan and caramel. You put the cookie dough at the bottom of a baking sheet, and then either Oreos or Reese's peanut butter cups. You know what I'm saying? So you do that. Put Oreos in the slots, then put the turtle brownie mix on top of that and bake it. That ain't gonna take you but 45 minutes total. Put pop wrap that up. Go on your way. Everybody love it, and the kids will come around. Hey, hey. The adults will be snacking while they cooking. It's a great little thing. The other thing, don't overeat. I'm gonna tell you this, real talk. You can get over the holiday blues by not overeating. Because a lot of times people look at it like, man, it's the holidays. I'm going to gorge, man. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to gain about 10, 15 pounds during the holidays. Don't do that. Because all you're going to do, if the holiday season brings you blues and you overeat, you're going to get more blues because you got bigger. And that's when it's New Year's, let's party. We're gonna get drunk. We're gonna overeat then, and then we're gonna try to get in shape, and that's gonna be a whole nother problem. During this whole holiday season, try to find a way to stay in shape. Whether you work out in the house, whether you go jogging, whether you play, basketball, baseball, whatever you do, just do something to stay relatively in good shape so your health doesn't go crazy. You know, that's what you should do. It'll help your mental health. You know, because now you're not starting a new year with multiple deficits. It's America. The price of everything is going up. Gas, food, you know, gifts, everything is going up. So then you're gonna have to add a gym membership to that too. So that's one thing. Holiday blues, one way to get over it. Don't overspend. If you ain't got it during holiday season, don't act like you got it. Don't break your back. Don't break your neck to have it. The one beautiful thing about gifts, if you buying stuff for somebody, if you get stuff, if you don't, whatever. But if you out here buying, don't shop yourself into depression. Don't do that. You know, the best gifts are gifts that people like. And what I mean by like is know the people you rock with. Know what they like. They don't need an extravagant gift. They need a gift that they like, that's practical, that they could use, that it could be cheap, but they like it. Some of the best gifts I've ever given in life are gifts because I know you. I'm not trying to impress you. I know you. I know you like this. I know this is what you want. I know this is your personality. You can do all your Christmas shopping, honestly, for under $200, honestly. As long as you know the people you buying gifts for. That's the I feel you on that. It's gonna be different from yesterday, travel bro. I ain't. But this is one of those things. Like, it's not a big deal. Some people need workout equipment. Some people some people might podcast or whatever. They might need, a light or mic stand or something like that. Bam. Good. Some people like jewelry, you know, you know, cool. Get them some jewelry. Some people like games. Get them a game. Not a gaming system, but a game, you know. Some people like playing poker. I remember getting my little cousin a poker set. He was like maybe 12 or 13. He really rocked. He's like, man, you don't know how this is about to go down. That type of stuff. That cost me about $19. Good. I appreciate that. Good. I feel you. I feel you on that, fam. So that's a whole nother aspect. Like, don't be positive about this joint. Don't get depressed during the holidays, but from overspending. You know, don't don't do that to yourself, because that's part of the holiday blues. And don't get depressed if you don't get a lot of things. If people, you don't get a lot of gifts from people. Like, oh man, nobody loves me. No, that might not be the case. You know, one of the best things I've ever, because I'm not really a big holiday person. Uh, I don't really care about it like that. But I can tell you this. No, man. O'Shea's helped me enough. Like, that's my guy, man. O'Shea owes me absolutely nothing. I can tell you that flat out. He owes me absolutely nothing, and I'm happy for everything he's receiving. Like, me and O'Shea talk. He know I ain't a hater of his. It's like, he could tell me pretty much anything. I'd be like, hey man, you winning? Keep winning. O'Shea will tell you, I'm not the dude that's like, damn, you doing all that? And what about me? All right, that ain't me. That ain't me. I'm really part of the quote unquote black manosphere. I like seeing brothers win. I like seeing brothers win. I have no ill will to seeing brothers win. It is what it is, But let me get back to this. You know, if people not buying you things and you take it for that, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna tell you why. Uh, once you as an adult, you kind of help people when you take the anxiety off other people. Like, look, man, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing. I just want y'all to have a good holiday. So now you take people, people get taken off the list. Like, oh man, I ain't got to do this for that person, because there's a lot of people out here breaking their neck just for the holidays. And I don't want to contribute to somebody being financially strapped. I don't. I don't. I don't want you to think that if you don't buy me anything for the holidays, I think you don't love me. No, I don't. I've got some of the worst gifts of all time. Some of and they all make me laugh. Like, I'd be like, didn't you get this to somebody 3 years ago and they gave it back to you? It's hilarious. Like, I got, you know, for me, the thought does count, man. You don't have to do everything, man. The thought is what counts. Just give yourself get over the holidays by giving people that thought. Like, text people, call people, tell them, happy holidays, I'm thinking about you, have a good day. FaceTime people, get a good laugh in. Yeah, that's the one thing I will say about the holiday blues is don't isolate yourself. You if you A lot of people, when the holidays start, they isolate themselves because they feel ashamed, they feel depressed. They feel ashamed and they're depressed because they feel ashamed. No, man, show your face. Say hey. Say how you doing. Pop up there. Don't do no ignorant stuff like going over people's houses with a gang of Tupperware, to eat all the food and walk out. That's trifling. But, you know, go show your face. you know, watch the game with people, hug a few people, talk to a few people. If people live in a different city, a different state, a different country, now you got all this technology where you could FaceTime these people and do all these other things, and it's like, it's no reason for you not to see your whole family now. See your whole family. Just lay eyes on them, hear their voice. You know, it'll cut out the blues. It'll really cut out the blues. It's like, oh man, you're looking good. You're looking great. You look healthy. It's a you can use technology to reconnect and don't be ashamed. Like, hey man, I'm out here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Blah 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 blah. You know, that's great, man. And keep achieving your goals. Keep achieving your goals. This is where we're at. Like, I know people who do this all the time. Even in the manosphere space, part of the let's just say red pill rage, it does happen, you know, around holiday season. At certain times of the years, like holiday season, like they call this cuffing season, when you can, around Valentine's Day and stuff like that. When relationships matter, and if you don't have any relationships, you get depressed because now all of a sudden you're meaningless. That's not true. You just don't have relationships. That's all that is. That's all that is. Like, I'm one of those people that I tell you, like I said, don't overeat. Save your money so you don't do nothing crazy. Lay eyes on all your family by using technology. It, make a group message, send out a group text or group chat. If you can't, you got Facebook, Instagram, do a whole little video. Shout out to Mr. Palmer, you know what I'm saying? He just happy Thanksgiving to Mr. Palmer uh, and his family. Um, do these things to let everybody know, I care. But do them sincerely. And that's one of the other things where don't be so ashamed that you can't do anything sincerely. Even if you feel like you can't do anything, you can be sincere. You know what I'm saying? You can say, hey, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Enjoy your days. Glad you saw another one. Like, you can be sincere. Just come from the heart and tell people how you feel about them. You know, like that's why I'm saying don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Uh, Now let's get into some other particulars. Um, you can get away from the holiday blues, ironically, by enjoying all of the things that you didn't get a chance to enjoy during the year. So if you're a person and it's just you, um, go do some things, because though this is a family time of year, this is also a fun time of year for people who just want to experience things. Holiday season is a great time to knock things off your bucket list. And what I mean by that is, hey man, it's a great time to go skydiving. It's a great time, to go karting. It's a great time to go to a batting cage or play laser tag, because in some ways you can be by yourself, and you can just wind up in a whole event where you have the whole atmosphere of some people, families coming by, and you playing and having and enjoying good times with other people like that, or it's just you and you can just do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you go and when you go. But in the discounts, because of the time of year, so that's a whole nother thing. Some because it catches people off guard. You're supposed to be in the house during holiday season. You're not supposed to be out. So you can actually do fun things, because all people do in holiday season is stay in the house, eat, watch TV, go to the movies. They're not, they're not going skydiving. You know, they're not going canoeing and stuff like that. They're not going working out, like that. Not working out, but like they might have sometimes they have like the 3K and the 5K runs. Depends on where you're at in the country. It depends on, because that's a weather thing. That's what it is. To me, it gets fun. Another way to get over the blues is be a kid again, man. If I was up north, I don't like the snow, I don't like the cold, but this is a perfect time when it snows. Just go make a snowman for old time's sake. Just get out there, and you'll be surprised the minute you tap into your inner child how infectious that is. You really be surprised the type of things when you like, man, I'm out here doing X, Y, and Z. And I've said this before, a true story. There was a year, man, it was about maybe 10 years ago. Well, what I did was my nieces and nephews came over, and I decided we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be big kids today. I went to Walmart. I bought like 300 water balloons. I bought like 20 water guns. You know what I'm saying? I bought the little cheap ones and the super soakers. And the ones in between the cheap ones and the super soakers. Appreciate you, Damon. I bought those. I had what do you call that? I, I done forgot to put it's just regular old little chest, cooler. I had a cooler. So I had a cooler, and I filled up the water balloons in the cooler, and then I filled up all the water guns. And when all the kids came over, it was water war. And what ended up happening was, because it was water war, I ain't seen it was kids coming from up the block or down the street. It was just kids coming from everywhere, right? And then and their parents was like, "Oh snap," and they let their kids play and whatnot. And then some of the parents that came in, and some of our friends, they were there with their kids. So it was like, if you go outside, you're getting shot, you're getting hit with a water balloon. So we had a little, we had a cool little thing going. And I never forgot that the kids periodically through years would come by like, yo, you gonna do that thing again? And for me, it was funny because I live in Texas. It's hot. There ain't gonna be no snowballs. So that in itself made it dope. We actually going to visit the family, Dana. You know, are you cooking for your sugar daddy today? Is the question, Dana. But we're gonna go and get to that. But tap into your inner child and have some fun. You know, play some play some games. You know, ironically, it might cost you like maybe $5 tops. You know, if you want to have some good fun, buy Monopoly online. If you can't be around family and friends, and y'all could just play Monopoly online if y'all in different places. Y'all can still talk trash on the phone. Y'all get on the computer, telephone, blah. You pick your things, and you start charging your family and friends up. You know, have fun on these days, man. Do not sit around sulking about what you feel like you don't have or what don't do that. If you got friends and all of the friends, say the friends everybody's like singular. Cause I've done this before where I had my friends and we all live in the same cities, but our families live in different cities. Make it a group holiday with the friends. Make it a group holiday with the friends. No problem, Sarah. Make it a group holiday. Like, hey man, look, it's a potluck. Look, I'm gonna make this, make that. If you ain't got time, turkey's too much. Buy a whole chicken. Buy a whole chicken. Call your friends over. Tell them to bring some dishes. That you make some sweet potatoes. You make a chicken. They make some jambalaya or whatever. All you make this, you make this, you make that. Then everybody gets to come over, and then y'all play around and get in. You bring some shots. You bring some eggnog. Blah 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 blah. You know. I was a black sheep. Sometimes I was, so it's easier for me. But I moved a lot. This is how I know about these things. I didn't live in cities with my family all the time. But these things work. I'm perfectly honest, they work. But make the potluck. Like I was like, get a chicken. You can put a chicken in the air fryer nowadays. Make some cornbread, some jalapeno cornbread. If you stuff the chicken with jalapeno cornbread, the water from the chicken kind of soaks into the cornbread, so you might not want to do it that way. But make the cornbread separate. You make the cornbread, you make the chicken. Then when you're done, you stuff the corn, crumble up the cornbread and stuff it in the chicken. That'll take you all of 2 hours, tops. You know what I'm saying? Because people ain't eating the whole turkey. Say what they want. They not eating the whole turkey. They eat a whole chicken though. Season that thing up right. That type of thing. Or you could just buy it like that, boneless. But potluck it up. Easy work. Easy work. Like some of y'all don't realize this, but y'all been dating, y'all been dating online or dating in the world, and you dating people, but y'all kind of cool, but y'all, y'all not a couple. Y'all could hook up for the holidays. Real talk. Because they're gonna want to have. They're like, I just want to be with somebody. Y'all could be. Use all of your dating experience to be a holiday date, and that'll be an actual real date. In all honesty, because y'all will actually have to sit down and talk to each other and get to know each other. If you meet somebody during the holiday season, don't just do it for try to use people for free gifts. That's a holiday date. It's like, oh man, well, I'm from this part of the country, you from that part of the country. No problem, Dana. I appreciate the love, girl. But not my family taught me this. What your family taught me this. And now y'all do these things together and you can make a memory. Because all this is about is, a lot of times you get out of the holiday blues by making memories. If you make memories on the holidays, even the holidays you may be alone, they're not sad. The memory shouldn't be, I was by myself, bah humbug it up, because now people start hating every holiday that pops up, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, Dana. Yeah, I did answer your super chat question. I said we're going to see her family. We're going to see her family. Um, I was going to cook, but we're going to see her family. She actually made greens and some sweet potato pies. We black, we don't eat pumpkin pie. Y'all know about that. I ain't never had no pumpkin pie. you know, so the holiday day, because I've done that before. Like I'm not telling you things I haven't done. That because they work. I'm one of those people, I will experiment and try things. So holiday day is cool. Like this, when I say the friends get together, sometimes the friends get together like the potluck, and it becomes like a guys and girls kind of not necessarily speed dating, but like a meetup hookup. People bring stuff and they're like, I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know you do that. I didn't know, this, that, and the third about you. And people wind up getting cool, and you get cool during the year. And you might not wind up having a relationship, but you might wind up actually creating a friendship with another guy or another girl. It really doesn't matter, because now y'all have this camaraderie. This is how you get over these holiday blues, by some camaraderie. Now the other thing for me that's hilarious, when I was saying go out, like fam, like you said you working. I used to work all the holidays. Every holiday I was working. Think of the holiday, I worked it. I worked Christmas, I worked New Year's, I worked Christmas Eve, I worked New Year's Eve, I worked Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And one of my homegirls just hit me up today. She just now, she said, belated birthday, happy Thanksgiving. I'm gonna hook up, holla at her. You know. No, Dana, you could do a show on holiday dating. You know. You do a show on holiday dating. Ladies will listen to you. Yeah, Okay, okay. I'm available next week is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm off next Thursday, and the week after that I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 2 weeks from now is all good with me. But the holiday dating thing, yeah. The other thing that I kind of chuckle about. This is a perfect time to do like comedy shows and concerts. I know y'all probably don't think about that, but this is a perfect time to do comedy shows and concerts. Because comedy shows, if you're alone or you're feeling the blues, a lot of performers come during holiday season to cheer you up. So you can meet people if you're single out at a comedy show. You know, man, be you, $1 Million Spot. Be you. You got that. You can be way better than me. Oh, Dana, thank you. Don't do that. Y'all make me cry. I'm gonna get my Oprah cry on. Dana love me. Uh, but go to here, the improv be popping. You know, you go to the improv. I know they got comedy spots in most major metropolitan cities, but go see one of your favorite comedians. And when you go see one of your favorite comedians, and I never forget this, I went one year and who was it that it was either Arnett. I went one year, it was Arnett J, and I went another year, it was Corey Holcomb. Never forget it. Never forget both. Because Arnett J was supposed to take somebody, and she couldn't come at the last minute. So I wound up, it was Carmen, I forgot the lady's name, Carmen something. Carmen Comedy, something like that. But they sell merch. So she was selling her jackets, and Arnett J was selling Make America Laugh Again shirts. So I bought some merch and I gave it to the girl because she couldn't make it. It was just one of them last minute things. And the other time I was there, $1 Million Spot. Okay. Subscribe to $1 Million Spot. Whoever here, Playboy, Shade, what's happening? Subscribe to $1 Million Spot. I ain't got no that many people in here. They busy with their holiday stuff, player. So it's not that many people in here. But for the people who in here, could you please subscribe to the $1,000,000 Spot? You know, they, it's in the chat. Hit the name, go to the link. You know, go to their page and subscribe. But let me get back to this now. So I never forget because I didn't peep this until I went to the Corey Holcomb show because it was holiday season when this happened, and I just decided to go on a whim because he was coming to town. You know, yeah, that overeating you can't do that. So I'm there. I got a good little seating arrangement, and some ladies come up, and I got like a booth, and the ladies were like, it was like three of them or whatever. And what happened was they wanted to sit down, but you could tell they was uncomfortable. And I just said, "Hey, you can sit down. Just sit down. Like sit down in the booth. It's enough room in the booth. It ain't tripping." So they sit down. The show goes on, and I buy my food or whatever, and my drinks or whatever, and they buying their stuff. And what happened was it was one of the girls' birthdays, so they took the girl out for her birthday, because her birthday is during like around this time of year. So they took her out, and it's like they just wanted to treat her to her birthday. And what I wound up doing was I didn't say nothing because when you go to these comedy shows and they had the food, you got the tables and the booths, they give you the check. So when a dude came in through with the check, I just said, "Hey, put everything on my tab," right? So when he came, I told him that he skipped the girls and he say nothing. And then when he came with the check, I paid, didn't say nothing. And they was like, "Yo, what happened?" Like, and the guy told them that the guy in the booth paid for it. And the girls was like, "For real? Like, I heard it's your birthday. You right here, so it's not a big deal." And I'll never forget because I was walking out of there and the girl started looking for me. And it was like, "Yo, where's the dude at? Like, I ain't never been, It's like, it's not a big deal. But those type of things, you go out, you can meet people. Like, if I wanted to holler at people or talk to people and kick it with people, I could have talked to them and we probably could have just had a great night. Not, I ain't even talking about like foursome style, you know, but I probably could have met him and hooked up with him and kicked it because it'd have been cool. But the same thing happened, like I said, with the other holiday, when I was looking out for a friend of mine. So what ends up happening is you go out to these comedy shows, concerts, you meet up with people who are trying to escape the loneliness of holiday season, and you wind up meeting people. That'll get you through that. That'll get you through that. You be like, "Dang, man, like, I did not know. I did not know." Like, part of this stuff is also very simple. Um, and it might sound weird that I say this, but how can I put this gently? One way to get over the holiday blues is to not, I know this is going to suck when I say this. I'm really trying not to say it, but not be an easy slave for somebody. You know, don't get in the holiday season and get depressed and want to get in somebody's bed. Because then you're going to wake up feeling more empty than you did before you did that. Don't do that to yourself. Because you're going to look for you, because the holiday season, you're looking for somebody to love you. That's how people get their feelings hurt. You know, Thanksgiving, I ain't got no turkey, but I'm gonna give you these cakes. And then you wake up and they still and you gotta go. Or same thing, Christmas holidays. New Year's, that's where people have that happens. Valentine's Day, that happens. So don't be so depressed that you think you're gonna get over somebody through sex or drinking. Man, what's happening, fam? Uh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't overdrink in the holidays. Do not have vices in the holidays. Do not, don't overeat like I said earlier, but don't be out here drinking alcohol crazy. Don't do that. Don't do it whatsoever. Don't become an alcoholic. Don't become like a super smoker, because a lot of times you're just gonna sit there and be depressed just for no dang on reason. And oh, nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. By the way, speaking of that, make sure you watch all funny stuff. Like if it's holiday season, watch funny stuff. Like I like Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins. That's a hilarious holiday season type of movie, right? You know, I still laugh at Bad Santa. It's funny to me. It is what it is. But watch the first Coming to America, or Trading Places. Um, if you're gonna get in the holiday spirit or whatever, play happy music. Don't you notice America tries to turn into a nice place during holiday season by being over the most wonderful time of the year type people. When you notice when they change the music in America, people treat each other better just for that short period of time. So you need to take that with you throughout the year, but during the holiday season, make sure, you know, yeah, shout out to all of them, fam. Make sure you change what you're listening to. Do not be sitting here in the holiday season and listening to Summer Walker and drill music. Don't do it. Cause you're really gonna mess yourself up. You really gonna be out there like, oh God. You know. This is why you see people become real petty and angry and whatnot, because, you know, they're they want to just wallow in their depression. Don't do that. Don't do that whatsoever. It might sound counterproductive, but personally, I don't go to church in holiday season. I don't go to church in holiday season because most churches are depressing for me during the year. So then it becomes more depressed people during church being depressed, hoping that the God will give them a blessing, and the energy is off to me. It's just like a bunch of people hoping that God come down and say, "Look, your life will be better tomorrow." I'm like, I ain't doing all that. You know. Oh, Summer Walker got a new boo for the holidays. Oh, it's gonna be another album coming out. Go to the mosque. All right, appreciate it. I didn't, you know, you right, because it's not the same exact. You right. American Christianity, Islam is not. Yeah, I never thought about it like that, fam. I never thought about it like that. Appreciate that. Another thing, it goes back to the food, but pay attention when I say this. Get over the holiday blues by eating healthier. See, all that itis gets you down. Healthy eating gets you up. If you constantly eating things that got you going down in energy, your holidays is gonna go down in energy. You're gonna be very sedentary. You're gonna be sleeping, tired, nodding all the time. You know, don't do that. Eat a lot of clean food. There's gonna be some things that you eat that people eat the turkey, people eat the ham, people eat the stuffing. I like stuffing and all that other stuff, but I'm not a fan of just eating constant fattening foods that make you sleep, because I swear your whole demeanor is gonna change. You know the food kind of just takes the energy out of you. Hustle, what's up? You know, uh, um, but eat better. You know, it'll save you on that gaining weight part that you won't do. You know, hey, that's true. Don't treat the holidays like holidays. You won't have holiday blues. That's true too. But eat fruits and vegetables. Eat fruits and vegetables. You would be surprised how you'll feel during that. You know. Now, like I said, go places, do things. Um, it might be a little twist for some of you, but meditate during the holidays. See, a lot of times the holiday season is about coming together, And some people could come together, and then some people come together and it's a great time, and some people come together and it's always that little tension, that little animosity in the air. And then sometimes people are by themselves and they're happy, and then people by themselves and they're unhappy. Well, um, what makes it cool is if you center yourself. So whatever you consider your meditation, whatever you got to do to center yourself, whatever break you got to take to make sure you are mentally in a good space, center yourself. You know, exactly. Get that peace of mind right. Get Once you get your peace of mind, no matter what goes on, whether you're with a bunch of people, whether you're by yourself, it's gonna be an easy ride. Because no matter where you go, there you are. So if you bring, the centered you everywhere, bring that Zen, that feng shui with you everywhere. Now, if you're traveling, here's where for when you travel during the holiday season, get rid of the anxiety. Because when you travel, first you got the travel part. Then you got that they gonna want you to go everywhere in the city to see everybody, and that's gonna be a problem. Then you got people gonna want you to, you know, hey man, since you're here, won't you go here? Won't we do this? Won't we do this? Now you buying gifts and drinks and dinners and all this, that, and the third, and now you like, oh God, I did not come here. I came here to kick it in holiday season, not to be everybody's chauffeur or whatever, right? Not to be driving around town all of that. If you a traveling person and you know you going places and you know that's gonna get on your nerves, do everything in one night. What do I mean by that? If it's your friends, a lot of your friends hook up. They're in they city or state. Hook up on one night. Say, man, we going to the such and such and such and such. Uh, we normally go to the sports bar. We normally go to this lounge. All right, I'm gonna meet y'all there. Now you met all 5, 10 of the people you could have met. Then you took pictures. Blah blah blah. Y'all had a great time. Now you didn't drive from this house to that house to this house to that house to this. Cut all that out. You kick it one night. Family, you know how it is. You go to one family member house where everybody go. Now you can say, bam, I was at the house. So instead of driving here and there and here and there, here and there, here and there, don't do none of that. Don't do none of that because it's gonna really get on your nerves. When you're younger, you don't think about that, but I'm telling you from experience, don't do that. Do not. Because you'll be on one side of town and I'm going to the south side, I'm going to the west side, I'm going to the northwest, I'm going to the south, I'm going to north, and everybody want to see you individually. Yeah, it always, exactly. Don't count on people, you know. So when you're going out, if you're going out of town, that's what it is. Now, another thing about that is also, you can get over the holiday blues by actually being open. And what I mean is, things are gonna happen. It's holiday season. Just be open to do stuff. You know, I really don't do Black Friday, but be open to, okay, it's holiday season. Somebody might want to be with you. Can we go be in the Black Friday line? I don't want to do that bullshit, but I want to kick it with you though. You know, we can have a little moment in the Black Friday line, whatever. I wouldn't do it in a cold climate. I'd do it in a warmer climate. We have that. That'd be hilarious. You know, or we could go in the backyard and, how can I say, like I used to do the frying the turkeys and stuff. That was a thing we can kick it with, right? Did I like doing it? Not really. Did I want to do it? Not really. But it's a thing. And sometimes you can make a little change like that. I don't know if y'all know this, but during holiday season, if you got the little turkey fried thing, the whole kit, the kerosene, man, you can go. You can, if you want to get if you trying to, I'm just trying to get my grind on. You can get your grind on like that. because it only takes it's 3 minutes per minute with a turkey. So 15-pound turkey, 45 minutes. So you can go over somebody's house, bring the stuff, fire it up, bam. Or you can have people come to your house and just pick up turkeys. You know, yo man, I'm charging you this, that, and the third. You fry up turkeys, bang, bang, bang. You know, cause the companies will charge you like $100 and whatnot. You know, if you want to turn that into a business, you know, make you a few $100 during the holidays cooking, turkey frying, barbecuing, you know, smoking things. It's easy work, and that'll get you through the holiday season. It'll have you busy. It'll have you, you know, on your grind. You hustling for, you know, for other people. You're meeting other people. You getting your name out there. It's just a little side hustle. You know, I I didn't have a problem with it, but you know, some people may like it, may not. It just depends on the person. But you know, a lot of people don't like cooking during the holidays, and then people will do things at the last minute, anyways. And they be like, "Hey man, could you do me a?" Yeah, I got you. No big deal. So I don't know if y'all know about that, you know, but it's a good little thing. The peanut oil, you got to buy that early, because Lord have mercy, there's hardly no peanut oil. You know, holiday season, like day like the day, if you're looking for peanut oil on Thanksgiving, you out of your mind. Uh, you know, you might have to get peanut oil for next week for Christmas and whatnot. But and you could reuse peanut oil if you didn't know that. But that's just a whole little hustle thing. But cause maybe money will make you happy, you little Scrooge McDuck. Now this is the uh sometimes it's holiday season and people died, people passed away, people aren't here. You gonna miss them, you know, you know, you gonna miss them. And appreciate that hustle. And the holidays make you sad because you miss them. You know, you miss that they did this. You miss that when we go over here, this person will be there. They're not there no more. Well, whether you're going around those same family or friends or you're by yourself, what you do, you recreate what they did that that reminds you of them. You know, uh, my grandmother used to make certain things. I make them now. You know what I'm saying? I love melatonin. I make it now. My mother still makes gumbo. The day when my mother passes on, I'm gonna make the gumbo as a homage to my mom or whatever. Uh, my cousin to come through. My cousin to come through, you know, with a certain saying. So now I'm gonna come through with the saying now. You know, we have a certain prayer. I'm gonna do the prayer this way now. So instead of being down about people who are no longer here, that's what the holidays about tradition. You keep the tradition going. You're doing things in your family with your friends that you can learn from your other family members and friends because of people who passed on. Don't let a tradition die because you're upset that somebody else died. Don't do that. Pass it on. Keep it moving. You know, keep it moving. You know, and you'll be surprised how far that could go. But you know, wear their clothes. Like my dad bought me a shirt for my birthday, and I called him. I said, "Man, I appreciate the Gordon Gartrell that you got me. All I need is the linen shorts and the cream colored the cream colored church socks and some Stacy Adams and one of the fedoras that's woven so the light could get through it. Then I could really look like a old man who flirting with church women, you know." And he just laughing like I said, I know what you're trying to do to me. You know, so I had a belt that come up all the way up to my navel and whatnot that don't even match. It'd be a regular black belt with a colorful outfit, you know. So that type of stuff, you know, sometimes with the like gifting people stuff, you gotta get do things that make you laugh. Don't do things that are extravagant. Do things that are fun, you know. It could, because extravagant gifts, people go, oh, I got this, but gifts that people remember are the things that are fun. So for me, I spent a good 40, almost 50. I know the Cowboys probably playing today. It's a holiday. So, this is my holiday tradition. I hope the Cowboys lose every day, every time, every year. Yeah, hallelujah, tabernacle to that. But have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday season, everybody. And I hope this helps somebody along the way. Peace.